shot. It's like, hey, your mom and your brothers, looking for you, though. And he's all, what are you talking about? They're my mother and my brother over there. So he pointed at the disciples. Those are my brethren, though. Those are pretty much my family, though. Because guess what? We come from the same kindred, but we're all brothers. But neighbors. We're neighbors, though. Yeah. So we got actual, we got carnal brothers too, though. So that's the thing. This ministry is so deep, man. Because we actually got brothers that are carnal, though. They're in the world. So be it, but that's still your brother, though. You'll still defend them, though. But
and you still help them too.
Yeah, God, because that's what a Samaritan. So you still help him out because that's your brother, though, at the end of the day, too. But something happens to him, and that's his judgment, and it's like, well, that's his judgment.
Yeah, you gotta be like him.
Yeah, and you can't do anything about it, though. Mm-hmm. That's why you gotta be in this truth, though, man, to save your own life. So when it comes to you coming over here, these are my neighbors, though. It's my brethren, though.
And I'm about to say this: when we go back to the land of Israel, we're not just gonna get any piece of land we want. It has to be the piece of land according to our bloodline. We can have our neighbors. We live in the land of Judah. We can, but we're gonna live in the land of Ishmael.
I mean,
we just go visit.
Yeah.
But this is our home. That's our inheritance. We're gonna live in a part where we're close to the beach and we're close to our brothers, our neighbors, right? We're going to take wives from all these other nations that are our brothers, our neighbors. So, hey, doesn't that sound gross to you? We're going to take wives from our brothers. We're going to take their daughters, basically, and marry them and make daughters.
But that's our blood right there. That's what these Indians, they have these arranged marriages. Because but that's the thing where they fuck up, because they come over here and their daughters get all fucked up with the wine of America. Yeah. And then next thing you know, she has a boyfriend but can't tell, huh?
Yeah, to get divorced.
Yeah. So the arrangement of with a dude from India, Gunsky. Yeah. Because that's the American philosophy that you can do what the fuck you want. But that's what the parents fucked up, because they come fucking here. That's why when the Issachar's parents, they come over here and their sons turn out the way they want to, it's like, well, you brought us over here, Now you complain. But that's the way it is over here. You want us to pick up the traits of Mexico, you should have just let us be born over there.
You gotta adapt, especially when the devil's throwing shit at you every day.
That's true, I went over there back in 2005, man. That were like my age and shit, I was like 13 at the time. Motherfuckers looked like they were 21. I'm like, damn, what the hell's in the water over there?
Yeah, we're not getting that good stuff.
Yeah, they were, but they already had like the mustache already, though. They were like 15, 14, having their mustache almost a beard, peach fuzz. I'm like, damn, this guy's older than me, though. We're the same age.
The nutritional value in the food is different too.
Oh yeah, even the tortillas and the beans and everything over there tastes way different and better.
Yep.
The fruit, even the fruit too. You pick a fruit out there, fucking delicious though. But you got all these chemicals that they spray onto the fruit over here. What's it called though? The
GMOs and pesticides.
There you go. That's for the pests don't get onto it though. But then we're over here eating those shit. Think about it. You have a fucking that pot plane spray with not Roundup is really bad for you. But you spraying that shit, on these fucking fruits though.
When I was working in the field, I was driving a forklift, and I would put the forklift on the machine that planted the seeds, but the machine would plant the seed with a shot of bleach and other chemicals. So
Yeah. So the rodents, they brown and shit,
Just imagine that. There's all kinds of food out there, that's gonna be all picked.
So what do they do? These motherfuckers be like, nah, we'll spray some chemical and just leave the shit. That's why the land, you're supposed to let it rest for 7 years. It's in the scripture though. So it could be good though, Once you do that shit though, man, you leave it alone, man. So the fruit could be like good though, man. But these devils don't. Seasonal, they do this shit seasonal. Wait another 6 months and boom, add it again. Twice a year.
This poor land works 24/7, they never let it rest.
Like our people. You can't get vacation. We get vacation. Sometimes we don't even get paid for those shits.
And the only scripture that you Christians get right is, see, the wicked don't get no
And they are the wicked
And
too.
they are. You got it wrong. You got it right, but you got it wrong.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to let the Sabbath, the land Sabbath, take place every 6th to 7th year, and then that 1 year you just let the land rest. And what they do now, some countries do, is they put lime on the land that they don't want to use, and they let it sit for like 6 months, not a year, but it's still better than nothing. And that land gets replenished with the soil and nutrients to come back. And I know this because that's the way the farmer used to. Like you put him right here, and he digs up all the fucking grass, and then you move him over there. And then you put lime here. By the time he gets back over here 6 months later, that grass is nice and healthy. Because they're gonna tear up all the fucking bacteria, all the little organisms, all the bacteria. Look at, we have big eyes. They have smaller eyes. They can see smaller things. They see those little bugs, they eat them, and they eat all of them.
Yeah. That's why sometimes it's good to have a cat too.
Yeah.
The cat likes the bugs, you know?
Yeah.
But you still don't tell you that shit, man. Oh, yeah?
Gophers, lizards, and there's still something they keep humans away from you.
They go inside too. Oh, yeah, kind of. And as they go under the houses and shit, eat whatever is underneath there too. You know, like the spiders and they eat whatever, you know. You don't even know the benefits of a fucking cat.
We don't know the benefits of most 99% of the things that we have.
There's a Stephen King movie called Cat's Eye.
Oh, that older movie, huh?
Yeah. And the cat was the one that was protecting the
Oh, about that.
little elf.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that one.
That was a good one too.
Have you seen Pet Sematary? See, that's bad.
They put them in the Indian barrel and
Oh yeah,
came
and
back
that's
up.
gonna happen too when Yahushua has the second coming. Everything says, the scripture says, those that are asleep, wait, they're gonna be dead, and then they're gonna. That's why they have those zombie movies.
They're gonna be all scared, though, freaked out. Imagine spaceships, the nukes, zombies, right?
They got a zombie preparation.
Yeah, CDC has a zombie.
Preparation plan or something.
God, I seen one of them cars over there 2 years ago. It was a white car and it said the zombie 2 years ago. I was like, what the fuck is that doing here? You know?
It's telling you something.
Yeah. So they were just, you know, it was on Facebook, whatever, but it was like, what the hell? That was random though, too. But you see, though, like, these Christians, man, they don't understand the scriptures, though, man. And I broke down what the, you know, neighbor means, though, you know? And like I said, if you want to get literal, right, you move into a house, right? Because, you know, I live in an apartment, right? And I got it upstairs. The person, the people that live underneath me, straight Jake. Fucking South man. You know what I'm saying? Tweets, Polly. You know what I'm saying? He's a straight fucking Jake. You know? Would I invite him to my house? Nope. He'll put eyes on my woman, though. And that's gonna be a real problem, though. But you motherfuckers say, that's your name, though. No. This motherfucker is what they, you know, say my ass, man. Straight. Don't get, he has the wondering eyes, though. That commit adultery. It tells you in the book of Matthew, the 5th chapter. You know? You look upon a woman, you must walk this adultery, though. And it's this motherfucker, though. Would I invite him? Yeah. Would I invite him to my house? Never.
I wouldn't even invite him into my front lawn.
I wouldn't even want him to be on the steps, even though, you know what I mean, this to go up my house, my apartment, but I don't even want him sitting on the steps. Because guess what? He comes and brings demons, man.
Yep.
You know, he's a fucking lion at the house. Let's just put it that way. He's a lion at the house. His house.
He's happy to be doing something.
Oh, yeah. Because he told me one time, if he goes back to prison, he's okay with it. So it goes to show what kind of person this motherfucker is. Yeah, if I go to prison, trust me, man. I know how it is. I'm comfortable there. So it goes to show you how demoralized this motherfucker is, man. The reason why I get pissed though is because he comes with that bullshit, he brings us demons, and then next thing you know, I walk outside, there's fucking some tweakers, and she's looking like roosters picking on the fucking ground. I'm like, this motherfucker bringing these fucking tweakers over here, man.
Bad people. Bad
That's why I didn't
example.
feel bad when his brother told me to bring them the curse on him, you know? Because that's what he gets. He needs that shit, man. He needs that shit.
That's called tough love. Real tough love.
Yep. Because he's bringing these fucking these tweakers, man. Yesterday I was walking out, and then there was this fucking tweaker. He's like, hey, and I was like, what the? And I looked at him, I'm like, what? Oh, never mind, sorry. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know? And I walked away, went in my car, and just kept looking at that guy. But it's like, it's not his fault. It's the motherfucking Jake's fault, man. So you think I'm gonna invite this motherfucker to my house, have a lamb dinner? Fuck no, man.
You'll have a lamb. Like, have you ever seen that movie, The Pest, with John Leguizamo? So it's fucking funny. But he's a Chinese food delivery guy, and he went to go deliver some food. And while he was delivering it, he was stealing all kinds of shit.
Hey, but that's Jake too, you know?
That's Jake.
That's Jake though, you know?
He was just fucking putting all kinds of shit in his bag, filling it up, putting it in the
Because even the Instacart moms though, the cleaning ladies, they be taking the toilet paper, they be taking the napkins and shit. But they tell you don't steal.
Don't have an elephant if you're gonna have a Mexican cleaning lady. They'll steal the elephant. They say they have to have 3 elephants in order for you to get good luck.
Oh yeah,
One
yeah.
gifted, 1 bought, and 1 stolen.
So don't take that motherfucker, man. You know?
They believe in kinds of fairy tales.
They got also too, they got the Buddha. I know my grandma has
How
that
the hell are
shit.
you gonna have a Buddha when you're not even fucking Chinese?
Yeah, and they put like stones or money around that shit just to get good luck. They say it's good luck, whatever.
And the
that
funniest thing is that the Chinese people worship Buddha too, but Buddha is actually, he was born in Nepal or India.
is. The real Buddha you're talking
Yeah,
about.
real Buddha.
Yeah. But people don't even fucking know that. You see, you gotta study, man. You gotta do study, man, because you don't know shit, man. History, though. This is history right here. The Bible's a history book, our history book, though. You know? So, yeah. So these people, man, these Christians that say, "Oh, love your neighbor," it's stupid, though. You know? So can you get the book of Sirach, 11 chapter 9? Can you get Sirach 19:4? Because it said, "Hey, you gotta love your neighbor," right? But this scripture says different, though. Trust me, Christians are a pest too, man. You guys are fucking, especially vocab though. I don't know if your brother seen that. He was reading the Revelation 1, the one described to Al Shai. He read it all fast, like the part where it says brass. Yeah, 1:13.
Sirach 11 and 29.
Yeah. Probably.
Bring not every man into thine house, for the deceitful man hath many trains.
Exactly. So why would you bring a stranger to your house, right? These Edomites have this thing where you move into their neighborhood and they go to your house and they invite you to their house to go for dinner. But those motherfuckers are just nosy, man. You open up the door to them, they just want to see what the hell's inside your house. And then they want you to go to their house to have dinner to know who the fuck you are and what you're all about. They're not being friendly though. They just want to be up in your business though, man. And that's what these Edomites are. So it says, do not bring any man to your house because they have many ways of like a train though. Because you don't even know. You open up the door to a man, he sees what you got, all right, goes back to his house. Hey man, this guy has a 70-inch TV. This guy has nice couches. He works at 1 in the morning or 12 in the morning, and boom, hit that shit. Because you never know what the fuck. Or this guy could walk into your house, and you turn around and close the door, and this guy has a fucking gun to your head. You don't fucking know. You know?
Yeah.
So it's stupid to say, oh, you know, invite your neighbor, you gotta love your neighbor, they gotta come to your house and shit though, you know? Stupid, man.
Yeah, Mariah Carey's house got jacked.
Oh yeah,
I bet you her dumb ass was bringing the pest people over to the fucking house.
all their celebrity friends and
Other people, strangers,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
parties.
her friends with their friends, you know? But you see, that's what I'm saying, because you don't even know. So no matter what, you say you move into a house, your next two neighbors on the side though, they're strangers to you still, man. He's still a man, no matter what. He ain't he's your neighbor, your literal neighbor, but don't mean you know him and shit like that. He ain't your neighbor, the Blaisan neighbor, he ain't your brother though, you know? Because to be honest with you, man, I always felt comfortable being in a room full of Edomites. That was just me, you know? I always felt comfortable being in a room full of Edomites. I'm like, man, this is too fucking, I don't know. Even before I came into the truth, I always felt that way, you know? But and I still even more now knowing what the fuck they are though, you know, and what they're all about too. Don't want to be near these motherfuckers.
I don't even want to be near one Edomite.
Yeah.
Like if there's one Edomite and then we have to be in a room together, I'm like, fuck.
Hopefully he just stays away where he doesn't even breathe around me
Yeah.
and shit, you know? Because I was merching too at my job, and there's this fucking Edomite, tall, looked like a fucking sodomite, long shaggy hair, and this motherfucker, like, to here to your car, I could smell, he smelled like oregano. You know, you smell oregano? That fuck armpit. And he was fart, and I was like, damn, I can smell from over here. He was an Edomite for sure, you know? So even when he walks by you, he won't even stand on you, like, damn, man. I didn't even want to be around around that guy, man, walk by him. I was like, hopefully he don't walk by me. I was like, I don't want that oregano smell. Like, these motherfuckers smell though, man. Like, wait, I mean, the scriptures call them dogs too, though. So
Yeah, they call them dogs because they smell like dogs. They stink.
Yeah. Can you get that one? The one about
Ecclesiasticus 19 and 4.
Yeah.
He that is hasty to give credit is light-minded, and he that sinneth shall offend against his own soul.
He that gives him credit, though, which credit goes back to faith, is lineman, man. So, like, you know, I never liked those people that be like, oh, this is your friend? What's up, man? I walk in you as, you know, to my house. You could open up the fridge and do shit like that. Because I seen that shit happen at parties where that motherfucker that said that shit got jacked that same night. Because he walked on his friends and shit, and they jacked his stereo and all kinds of shit, man. See? So you can't give them credit. You can't have faith in the motherfucker, though. You gotta keep an eye on them. That's why the Jakes that be like, I want a small circle, which they're smart. Because they're small circle, they know them. He gives a small circle of credit because he has faith in them. But here's a motherfucker, because I had an uncle that was like that. He had his couple friends and shit, but his friends will invite their friends, and they used to go party up my grandma's house and shit. Fucking trash everywhere. Where there was one time where they tagged inside my grandma's garage and shit. He let them. I was like, what the fuck are you? Why you letting these motherfuckers do that shit? My grandma got pissed the next day. He had to fucking paint the walls and shit, you know? But it was like, how can you be so light-minded like that, man? These motherfuckers are tagging your walls, man. You know what I mean? And you letting this motherfucker, that's disrespecting you and my grandma's house. Yeah, because they don't give a fuck though, man. That's why, you know, what you say, the Jake say, be on your 10 toes. Guess what? Us brothers, we are 10 toes. That just comes natural. That's second nature, man. But we test the spirit though, you know? Because a motherfucker can walk by here and say, what's going on? You know? We'll tell them what it is, but we're still on that defense side, like, we still don't know you, bro, you know? For example, that guy that was so-called brother, you know, we were just testing him out. So this brother made a good, said, go get him a garment here, because why? You know, that was a good call on this brother, though. Good thing, you know, because that was my garment, though. Fuck that, man. And then look, today, fucking saying, you're good, though, saying, forgot my backpack, though, man. That's the first thing I always get, though. And I forgot it, you know? But that's the thing, man. So I'm glad this brother made that call, so I had to give it to that guy, because that guy wasn't a brother. But we gave him credit, we gave him a little credit, because why? Because he kept cutting continuously, though. But then after, he saw that slothfulness in him. I don't know if brother seen it, he was slothful. Oh, that day he was sitting down right there. It was like, bro, get the fuck up, man. But we were so deep, you know what I'm saying? But then, you know, turns out this guy was straight. He didn't believe in to begin with, though. We gave him a little credit, but we didn't give him the full credit like that. Because we would give him the full credit, it would have been a garment, you know?
Then he would have had bad credit.
Exactly. He would have been in debt. You know?
Which he still is in debt. He's got to pay with his life.
Yep, you got to pay, yeah.
And I told this fucking ass. I told him, look, man, before you fucking say that you're gonna be here, this is the life or death situation.
Yep, I remember. Nah, it's because he wanted what? He wanted this truth to happen with this fucking that girl. That girl's probably fucking some other nigga. You know, he wanted to use his truth to get that girl. Yeah, I was gonna say, spirit, that doesn't work like that, man. And this will be the last precept. You get up 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 9. Yeah, so I had like I said, a neighbor, man. Neighbor means a brother, man. A brother from the same nation, though. But also, there's that other neighbor that means literal neighbor, which we got in Luke, the first chapter, verse 58. So you gotta know these words, man. You gotta know the words, though, definitions, which you Christians never fucking break down. You know? What does it say? John 3:16, though? But what world? The world of Israel, man.
That tells you how racist Christianity is.
Oh, yeah.
Because they want to deal in English, but English is not the fucking main subject. It's not even the proper language for them.
Yeah, and they're the real racist because we tell them how it's called so-called neighbor, and they be like, it doesn't matter. So, why doesn't it matter?
And it does matter because look at the vernacular of the Bible is Hebrew. Vernacular means the language you speak from whether the place that you work. So our vernacular is Hebrew. These fucking dummies coming in English.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
I told you in Proverbs, the 3rd chapter, don't add on to the name. You add on to the name. Just like, you know.
And then these Christians will have a picture of Jesus and Santa Claus giving high fives.
Oh yeah. We're on their shirts and shit. So you say that doesn't matter, right? But they're still doing stupid shit like that. They still worship. They want their Jesus to go. Their Jesus is white, but they don't want him to be a so-called Negro. And you stupid Jakes though, from the tribe of Judah, man, that follow Christianity, you guys are fucking done, man. You guys are idiots, man.
You got worms in the brain.
Yeah. Because I would want my Yahweh Shai, which he is a so-called Negro, to be more close to my collection though. To be a fucking looking like an Edomite, man. That's why our people don't believe, because they look at Yahweh Shai, well, their Jesus is shit white, so they can't connect to that. You know, I couldn't connect to that. I was like, why am I gonna read something that's not my history though? But you know, spirit, it is my history though. You know, how are you gonna read something that's like, well, this ain't about me and my people, because I'm so-called Mexican, so why am I interested in the Bible when it's talking about Hebrews? See? That's why our people fall off, man, too, because they don't want to read. But all they know is Christianity, Catholic, Muslim, all this stupid shit, man. That's all they fucking know. You know? So it's ridiculous. You know?
1 Thessalonians 4:9. But as touching brotherly love, ye need not that I write unto you, for ye yourselves are taught of the Most High to love one another.
Yep. So it has to come natural, man. Like, you know, you don't have to be reading. Oh, which I brought out earlier, Matthew 22, talked about second commandment that you love your brother. That you just got it naturally, man. You know, you don't have to be. Oh, I gotta read this and it give you show brothers love. No, man. You do that out of your own heart, your own mind, man. Which your mind is your heart. You do it out of that though. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to keep reading that's what it means. I gotta show love like this. You know? No, man. You do it out of your heart though. So that's what it's talking about, man. So that neighbor is that brotherly love though, man. It's a brother though, man. So with that, you know, that's the end of my lesson, you know. Hopefully it was edifying.
So with that, I want to talk about how the Lord is going to destroy this place, America, which is called Babylon in the Bible. And the same way that Jeremiah spake against the ancient Babylon. So we'll start at Jeremiah 50 and 1.
Jeremiah 50 and 1. The word that Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet.
So this is the word that Jeremiah spoke. You know, this is the word of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, and he spoke it against Babylon and against the Chaldeans. Yeah, so when you go into the definition for Chaldeans, it's the inhabitants of Babylonia. So the Chaldeans, they're the ones who ruled Babylon. They were the kings and rulers of Babylon, the ancient Babylon. And it also says that it says the ancient abodes of the Chaldeans appear to be in Assyria. So the Chaldeans, they come from Assyria. So they're the same people. The Assyrians were Edomites. You know? So the Chaldeans, they're the ones who put Israelites in slavery.
And modern day Syria is called Lebanon.
And they're like collections too. You know?
Yeah.
They're like collections.
Oh, and they hate the Edomites that are in Israel.
Oh yeah.
They do.
Yeah, so the Chaldeans, they were the ones who put the Israelites in slavery. So we'll get 2 Kings 24 and 1.
2 Kings 24 and 1. In his days, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up, drove him, became a servant 3 years. Then he turned and rebelled against him.
This was the time of Nebuchadnezzar. He was the king of Babylon. And keep going.
And the Most High sent against him bands of the Chaldeans and bands of the Syrians, bands of the Moabites, bands of the children of Ammon, and the word of the Most High, which is spake by his servants, the prophets. spake by his servants the prophets.
So it said the Lord, he sent bands, you know, which is nations. It says the Chaldees, which is Chaldeans, the Moabites, the Ammonites. He sent all these nations to destroy Judah.
Those are the neighboring nations.
Yeah.
So are you still supposed to love your neighbor?
Exactly. That's the neighbor that talking about the first chapter.
Yeah.
You know, dwelling around, you know what I mean, around.
So are you supposed to forgive that?
Yeah, and,
You know?
and those are, they didn't treat us like neighbors.
No.
Keep reading.
So we'll go to Habakkuk 1 and 6.
Habakkuk 1 and 6. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs.
So it said, I raise up the Chaldeans. It said that bitter and hasty nation. The Chaldeans is a bitter and hasty nation. And when you go into the definition for bitter, it actually means America.
It means amargo.
Yeah.
Right. I got it right here.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it says on May 10th, 1497, explorer, it was Amerigo Vespucci, embarked on his first journey. On his third and most successful voyage, he discovered present-day Rio de Janeiro and Rio de la Plata. Believing he had discovered a new continent, he called South America the New World. In 1507, America was named after him. So people don't even know that it was named after this Italian guy, you know, Amerigo.
And I got a piece of it. Talking about Babylon, right? Isaiah 13, 19 through 21. Because they ain't talking about this Babylon, they're talking about America, right? Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And shall never be inhabited, which is being inhabited right now, which is the modern day what? Iraq. So this talk about destruction, right? Neither shall they be dwelt from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian tent pitch there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. 21. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their house shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. So, if this is talking about, oh, that was the old Babylon, this and that, but guess what? If it was the old Babylon, which is the modern day Iraq, people are still fucking doing that. You know? So this is talking about clearly about America.
It says it's gonna kill you Arabs. You know?
And I think the reason that these Christians want to say that it's ancient Babylon, so that they can just say, okay, look, God didn't destroy it.
Stupid. Because it said that habitat would happen, so there would be doleful creatures in a house. So it should be like a desert. It would be a desert. But there's still a city in Iraq.
And America is like a desert, because before you could, this was all lake, but everything was green under it.
Like
And if there wasn't no water, you could just literally pick food off the fucking floor.
Yeah.
There'd be animals all over the place, and you wouldn't have to have no grocery store. You would be camping the whole time, but now you go camping and everything's like dead. It's like that.
Yeah. Even the fruit branches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that right there.
Everything's dead and nothing's, because these Edomites left it desolate.
Yeah, so bitter, when it says bitter in the scripture, that means America. Read it again.
That same one I read. Isaiah 20, 13.
Or so like it was Habakkuk 1 and 6.
Habakkuk 1 and 6. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs.
So it says that bitter and hasty nation. You know it's talking about America because it's bitter. And then hasty, when you go get that definition, it says hasty, if you describe a person or their behavior as hasty, you mean that they are acting too quickly without thinking carefully.
That's why I say don't think too quick.
Yeah. That's what this nation does. They don't think. You know, before they make a move, they don't think.
These people are like,
Well, they don't think about other people.
yeah, these Edomites are like this. Think fast.
They don't care about it. You know?
Yeah, because that's like example of being the mandate of the gym shop. All of a sudden they say you need to get this. Work, stay working here. The fuck? You didn't go by me with that. All of a sudden it's mandated. You know? So they hasty.
Too hasty. Habakkuk 1 and 6. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess their dwelling places that are not theirs.
They're gonna march through the breadth of the land to get things that's not theirs. You know, that's what America did. He came over here and named it after himself.
Took the fucking
Well,
Caribbean.
even in Africa, what's his name?
Africanos, Sicilian.
Steve Hannibal. A whole continent.
And it says, if someone accuses you of having completed an assignment in a hasty fashion, it means your work appears careless.
Like logic, right? They say half-ass.
I used to do that shit in school.
That's why it says that this devil, he only has a short time, so he's doing everything carelessly.
Yeah.
You know?
In the whole class, they would definitely have me write a report, and I just fucking scribbled the hell out of it. It didn't even look like words. I always failed them.
There was this one movie, I think it's called Summer School. He was just putting C. He was just
Taking his
guessing.
test, like,
You know?
Didn't he pass it?
And he passed too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Esau, you know. So we go to Isaiah 47 and 1.
Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, daughter of the Chaldean, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
So when we read in Jeremiah, it said it's the land of the Chaldeans, right? Now right here it's saying the daughter of the Chaldeans.
Uh-oh.
So it has to be the descendants, you know? It's the Edomites.
Otherwise, how can the land have a daughter, right?
The same people who are ruling this Babylon. You know? Reading.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, so after they be destroyed, they're gonna sit in a bunch of dust because all the nukes and
Low
they're
state.
not.
They're going to be in a low state. That's
They're gonna finally be touched, cause not finally be touched after being tender and delicate. It's gonna pop their cherry.
yeah, I can see something like that. Like boom,
Yeah.
sitting, being on the ground, like motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, because before people were afraid to talk shit about Israelites. Now they're just smacking us all over the place.
Skip to verse 5.
Verse 5. Sit thou silent, yes, the darkness of God of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms.
Yeah. The Lord is telling the Chaldeans, Babylon, daughter of Babylon, he said, sit thou silent. Means saying sit in that corner. You know? Yeah.
Isaiah 47 and 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Right. And we've uncovered their nakedness. We can see it. You know?
That's a shame. That we're bringing up all your shame that you like little boys or homosexuals, like to wear ladies' clothing, you want to be a woman.
Yeah, that's Esau.
You see all the things that you did against the Lord.
Yeah. You took a picture of Yahushua and then you put some guy named Caesar Borgia as a picture of him. When that guy was a straight up Mo.
Yeah.
Man, that's profanity. That's straight fucking, man.
Caesar Borgia had homosexual with Leonardo.
Leonardo and Michelangelo. Da Vinci.
That's why he painted him. He painted his lover.
Yeah, because imagine, I can't paint anything unless I don't even know how to paint. I can't even draw anything unless I'm looking at it for a long, long time. So this guy was they were looking at each other for like years, probably. Because back then a painting took what, months?
They had to sit in the same position.
Yeah. Now you take a picture real quick. You're done.
Got a piece of it. This is Isaiah 19 and 19. And that day shall there be altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, which is America, and the pillar of the border of thereof of the Lord. And that's us, though, the capital. The altar represents the capital, that we're going to be in the midst of the land of Egypt, which is Babylon too, though. And it says the pillar of the border thereof of the Most High, which is, worship Yahweh Ba'al Shai. And this is going to bring terror to Esau. It's bringing terror to Esau, though,
That's why he sent
Truth
those
coming out.
Christians. That's why he sent that guy that had that fancy car,
Oh, yeah.
trying to tell us you don't need a cam. And I was getting mad at him. Man,
He was sitting on his car with all that binder on his lap, just looking at it like, motherfucker, it
I
don't
didn't
matter.
give a shit.
Yeah, it don't matter.
I was trying to be polite, really. I was trying my hardest. I don't know if you guys noticed.
It was like, get to your point, man. Who gives a fuck? You have all these facts. It was that, what is it called? That talent in the napkin?
Yeah, just put it
You
in
know all
reverse.
this shit, but you don't do nothing with it.
There's that guy, look what I got a talent in my napkin. I'll put it back so nothing can happen to it.
Yeah. I want to, be delicate with it, Tender.
Let's go to Isaiah 40.